Hello Internet, I'm Firebolt and welcome to Civilization 5 Part 16. Last time we had we'd started the previous part, but we'd concluded the big Zulu war. Basically, these guys attacked England again. We ended up declaring war on them because we'd promised something to India or something, and then they took Bumfish, we took Bumfish back, and the population got cut in half several times. We managed to take one of the other cities that they founded, Zulu. No, I renamed it Zulu, but it was Bulawayo. That was Nottingham, which Zulus also took, but they gave me that in a peace deal. I didn't have to actually take that. Now, we are actually at peace for once, but I am vaguely thinking about war. We also did actually discover a new continent, Australia. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but if we do find that no one's actually settled this place, I did have a thought that we could found a new colony there. That would be interesting, and it wouldn't be occupied like everything fucking else is. Happiness is still an annoying thing. We got Quebec City as an ally, which just makes sense because we've got a spy there which rigs their elections, and also I think we're getting enough money to pay them relatively regularly. Let's just check. Ooh, 19 turns and that's already at 65 influence. Maybe we should just pay them at least once. There we go. Now, that should be a slightly more comfortable alliance there. I'm realising, well, first of all, Antwerp's actually afraid of me. This is because, well, I'd sent a musketman. I can't remember why I sent a musketman over here. I think I just sent this guy to go defend Sheriff. Again, this is an awful place for a city because it's just all desert apart from this marble here and this hill here, which isn't even being worked. They haven't even put a workboat here. England are so shit. No wonder the Zulus kept fucking conquering them, because they're just shit. Admittedly, there was some land that probably would have been better for them that I took, but you know, that's a fair place to go. And well, you know, I've stolen land off other people and I hadn't stopped them taking initiative, but no. They just gave in to the Zulus and haven't really recovered. I'm realising that I'm sort of doing victim blaming here, but you know, it's war. It's war. Also, I'm realising like I never used forts. Like I tried to build one there and just gave up on it because I think I was in the middle of a war and it was taking forever to build. Another thing that I've realised, Indonesia is actually at war with the Ottomans, who are pretty close, and I'm thinking they still have the biggest military in the game. Yeah, they still have the biggest military in the game. And I'm actually second biggest military, that's pretty good. Fucking hell, I don't know what Korea's doing, but like, it just seems like in every game there's just someone that's... I think India's also got that, but that's because they do actually have a bonus to them. But, even though they have a bonus to them, Seoul just seems to have skyrocketed in its growth for some bizarre reason that I can't find. Have they just like really focused on growth? Because there's not that much to grow there. That's Busan. I guess the crabs and... I don't know. Like, that's ridiculously large. Ooh, Almaty does not like me. What's that about? Just gonna make peace with you. Okay. I think that might have been something to do with China. Riga's friends with me, and also Vilnius is friends with me, which is weird, because they're allies with the Zulus, and they were attacking Wheatley like 10 years ago or something. Oh, and also, since we are in peacetime, thought it would be a good idea to get some wonders going, because I haven't done that for a while, and wonders are actually pretty good. We had a harbour going here, so we actually have city connections with Alberton and possibly something else. We need to... oh yeah, because we've now got two new cities in Africa, but also they're all south of my three up here. I thought about building a ring road going through Sheriff, Bumfish, Zuluwayo, and coming back up to Firebolt, because that just sort of makes sense. And I can actually go through Antwerp's territory with a worker, but the reason that this musketman's going through here is just because it auto-pathed through there, so that's unfortunate, but they'll get over it. Like, a lot of people are at war with the Netherlands right now. It's just been vaguely getting attacked constantly. Now, we did try and take it before and that didn't go very well. But that was off the back of another war, I think. I would like to get some cannons going, and maybe once and for all wipe them out. But that's a really bad idea, because look at my happiness. And also I need to trade better, because I keep just losing trade routes, because I'm bad at keeping on top of things, because I'm trying to just make things happy right now. Also, I would really like to get Oxford University as soon as I can, so I'm going to try and build universities where I can. I kind of forgot that we had Carol Land here. That used to be New Orleans because the Chinese had a war with the French ages ago before they were wiped out of the face of the earth. Yeah, whatever. More happiness would be good, but I would say workshops generally better, and then we'll go for the university here. Ooh, we also got caravels because we got astronomy, which means that we're going to have a lot more exploration. So we can actually make a crossing to the Atlantic and possibly be the first to circumnavigate the globe. I'm not sure. Someone might have already done that. Probably Polynesia, if anyone. But I don't necessarily see why they would. Not sure. Anyway, this scout's in Australia. We're just exploring there right now. Oh yeah, that rebellion. Yeah, that really fucked shit up here. We're starting to repair pretty much everything around here. Okay, I'm going to get a bunch of new trade routes going in so that we can actually fund a bunch of roads everywhere. Because, well, roads actually increase happiness, but also it's just nice to have more movement around my empire, I guess. I would like this worker to build a road up to Cowland, and then probably work a few things around it, if they've not been worked. Most of it's actually been worked, it's just that tile there. Oh, we found Iceland up here as well. And a bunch of Russian ships are pissing about up here, not entirely sure why. Oh, there's Greenland. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would settle in Greenland. Like, by choice. That's good to know. Right, okay. Now, for ages, I've been confused by Wittenberg saying that they needed me to connect copper to my trade network. Because I thought I'd built a mine on it ages ago. Now, I think something might have glitched out where they just kept not building it and then running away because there were barbarians nearby or something. This isn't actually a mine, it just looks like it from looking at it here, but it's not actually a mine. So that's actually extra happiness that we're not using, and also influence of Wittenberg. Build a fucking mine there, you fucking idiots. Well, I'll admit I'm kind of a fucking idiot, but shut up. We need to get happiness back as well, because growth will increase, and then everything production-wise will increase, because Rome's got a stupidly low population for just how big an empire I am. Also, with trade routes, you can actually ship production and food around to other cities, which might be a good idea, because if I'm just rolling about in extra money, that's kind of useless. Oh, Japan's not protecting Wittenberg, Quebec, or Antwerp anymore. That is interesting. Antwerp might be because they think that I want to invade it. Quebec, not sure. Like, maybe they don't want to be drawn into that by escalating with the Zulus. I don't know, that was really weird, because they marched this big army down to come and help fight the Zulus, and then they just pissed off. Like, before they even got into a proper fight. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the Iroquois are actually still at war with the Zulus. I'm not sure if they're going to do anything, but if they do, well, I can defend them, I guess. Good thing about actually exploring with the caravels as well, there's a lot of natural wonders just in the middle of the ocean that no one really finds until the Renaissance. So you actually get a bunch of happiness from that, as well as city-states like you finding new natural wonders. A great writer has been born. That's good. I think we're finally... Have we circumnavigated the globe? That is one clear route there, yep. We have circumnavigated the globe. This can explore the north, this can go down south, I guess. I guess later it could piss about around like Southeast Asia. That might take a while though. Right, you guys route to mode up to Cowland. Okay, you've cancelled that for some reason. Just build a road here. Not seeing any signs of civilization there. Who is this guy? Bertrand de Basur-Albe. I might have heard what he's written. Great work here because we've got slots for it. May as well use that because that gets you tourism.
The King of France shall not be harmed by me. If he forgives me, I'll be his man of liege, and hold from him all my lands in fief.
I've heard of Gerard, I think. Gerard. No, it's Gerard. But I think I've only actually heard that because of another game, because I'm a nerd. But not the right sort of nerd. Now, if I had more money, and I didn't spend that on Quebec, you fucking expensive whores, then I could actually upgrade all my trebuchets to cannons already. And that would be brilliant. But I don't have more money, so you're just going to have to stay here. I'm going to be improving Zuluaga with this first, but then I would like to get onto building a road up to Firebolt with this. Well, why don't you just begin on that actually, because building more farms is going to be useless if it's only got one population, which is going to be for a while, because it's going to use up all these wheat slots first. Why are that just... half-built farms here. Like, that's actually not fun. Okay, well, maybe you should actually improve this place, because people just give up on production in the middle of it, apparently. Which is really annoying to see, because, like, it just looks like things have been built, but they haven't. Yeah, not sure what's going to happen with Indonesia. Ottomans might take Denpasar, and then they'll kind of hide away. Oh, is that Ottoman? I think it might be. Yeah, there might be actually quite a bit of fighting there. I might get one of my caravels to have a look at that. Unless they're just doing what a lot of civilizations do, where they don't actually really commit to a war. They just say, well, I'm at war with you, and then just sort of say, well, I'll fuck you up if you come anywhere near me, but I don't really care otherwise. For Christ's sakes. An embassy is not worth that much. You either pay fucking at least 6 gold, or you get... No, come on, at least 5. Thank you. I've got loads of spare wine, so I'm gonna just let you give me 5 gold there. It's kind of a shit deal, but someone needs to buy it, I guess, because if I've got 3 of them, that means that I'm being a little bit too picky with my deals, I think. But an embassy is really not worth as much as they're making it out to be. Like, it's useful for finding capitals in the first place, and I think it gives you more visibility to the capital. Does it actually, though? Like, really, it doesn't, because I can't see anything going on up here. Why are you Buddhist? Fucking England with your Buddhism cunt. Actually, Mercury's production isn't terrible for once. That's amazing. Let's really focus on building universities, because I really want Oxford University. So if we can get Oxford University, then we'll have loads of science. If we can actually build the universities in time. And Korea, with its 3 cities, doesn't just go university, university, university. Oh, we haven't built that yet. Wonder, because I have to put so much more work into it, since I've got like 14 cities or some bullshit like that. Star Stuff really doesn't have the production to build a university though, does it? Doesn't even have a library, for Christ's sake. You got fuck all. You got a granary and a coliseum. That's shit. We need production here. We need a library here. We need some library. Go for a library. Really focus on science. Peacetime is when we focus on science and culture. And right now I want to do the science thing, because I feel like I want to move faster with the technologies. I could have gems soonish if Portsmouth actually expands there. That's nice. But I doubt I will want to expand there, because it's a cunt. Well, I think it has to sort of expand 2 tiles out that way first, because it prioritizes that. You guys just build like a lumber mill here. I think the workers that we got here can do the reparations on their own. Not sure why I'm saying reparations, because that's to do with sort of paying back for damages during a war. You guys, you are just going to actually build these farms here, because Zuluway does actually need them, because they're only half built. Which is stupid. Who would half build things? Coming up in Canada. Right, let's see what's going on with the Ottomans here. Oh, we got some activity with ships and various things. Ottomans have got way more territory than I thought. Hang on, how much of that? No, that's all Ottoman. Down here, that's all Ottoman. Because I thought, well, Bursa's really far from the capital. Why have they just cut through Russia? But no, they've done all the way down here. Like, if they actually bother trying to take Denpasar, then they easily could. And they could easily cross into other Indonesian territory. But there's just so many people don't seem to bother. Oh, there's Arabian pikemen hit. This may be where the Arabians have just sort of ended up hiding out, because they've not really talked to anyone or done much at all. Like, I think they've got their capital up here, but I don't really know anything else about them. So they might have just gone down here, started just building stuff in the meantime, like various wonders and stuff, and then just sort of pretended no one else existed. Apart from me, because they're like, well, you could actually fuck us up. They can't hog a whole continent to themselves if I want to found a city here. We now have positive happiness, and that might stay a little bit longer unless things immediately start growing a lot faster, which they will. These are still stagnant though. We need fertilizers, which I think you get in the industrial era, because that will really increase growth. Unless it's just not quite caught up to the fact that we have positive happiness yet. Mad should be growing really fast. Yeah, it is. Like, that's gonna overtake Rome pretty soon. And Rome's still shit. Well, we need to actually repair a lot of stuff here. That's another problem. Copper connected for Wittenberg, meaning they might be my ally. Oh, now we have 11 happiness. Fucking hell. Okay, well, that's nice. Only if we actually keep them as our ally, though. Which I'm not sure how long we'll be able to do. But there's the culture thing, which once that finishes, a lot of people will increase their influence with me, because I'm leading with culture generally, because I have a lot of cities that produce a lot of culture. Oh, I'm quite comfortably allies with Wittenberg actually. Those quests actually do quite a bit. Oh, they're wanting faith, of course, because they're religious. Problem is, I don't think Quebec actually sends out that many quests. Oh yeah, now you're growing way faster. Such a growth bonus here. Okay, only as long as these guys actually stay our allies. Only as long as the increased growth doesn't immediately knock that down. Wouldn't mind another wonder, it's just you can't actually build any apart from Himeji Castle, which Himeji Castle's just not great. Oh, we need just workshops and temples everywhere and markets everywhere and monuments everywhere and coliseums everywhere, so these are just things that you need to actually get your count up on. Well, we don't actually need that much happiness anymore. You know what, just, yeah, I guess build a workboat actually, that would be pretty good. I have got an idea. I want a city in Australia. Do I take it or... yes. Oh, growth of the city stopped whilst that unit's been built. That might have been why in the past I've been really confused why something's just started being stagnant for no apparent reason. You should have a city connection now, right? Right? Why don't you have a city connection? You have a harbour here. It has a harbour? Rome has a harbour. Why are they not connected? This game is weird. You guys, I guess, should build a market. Yeah, market would be good. Money's always good. Oh, this is going to be slightly annoying. But at least I'm going to find out a lot more about Indonesia and the Ottomans here. Did I just say sneak attack? Oh yeah, I saw something at the beginning of the episode saying England stole the compass off of me. Now whilst I'm not actually too worried about the threat of England, I'm just going to tell them to stop spying on me. Because I kind of don't like that.
Of course not.
Well, fuck off then. That's a stupid place to settle a city, just on a random island. Yeah, Arabia's gotten some cities in Australia, that's what's going on down there. Not sure if the Germans might have had a crack with that. Can sort of see why they did actually build the Panama Canal, because this is a real ball, like having to go all the way around South America. I mean, I did know that before, but like, it's just annoying now. That's an interesting deal. Oh right, you've already given me this. Okay, yep, that's fine. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Well, it's actually quite bad, because they're bordering each other. No, Mongolia can take that, I think. Well, they can at least defend themselves. Okay, Bumfish is grown, that's good. City connection has been established with Orbison, finally. Golden Age has ended, sadly, which means that we're actually making much less money than I thought. You don't really need a harbour. Go for... you don't really need a lighthouse. Everything's suggesting more workers, but really, I don't need them. That's just wasted money, I think. Oh, we actually get science from a bank. Is that because we had, like, commerce or something? We will adopt rationalism once we get protectionism, because protectionism is really good for happiness. Temple? No. Let's go for a bank. Sure. Make more money. Okay, let's see what we can find out about America as well whilst we're up here. Since we are building lots of roads, I will have to get on building, No, why am I building a settler here? That's a stupid idea, fucking hell. Just build cargo ships here. Just like endless cargo ships here. Well done, I actually stopped myself in the middle of having a bad idea. Are they still afraid of us? Well, now they're just angry. They're not very angry. Oh, building a road is just a bad idea, I think. Because we have to go through like Tuscany and then... either that or we go over this way, which is a bigger bull lake in itself. I don't even know what's up there, so yeah. I'll leave you just to tend to these two cities because there's a lumber mill that can be built there. Now I should keep an eye on Mongolia and the Zulus because since that war's just kicked off, that probably means something might be about to go down. Ooh, they're sending troops up here, but hopefully I act as a sort of a buffer state between the Zulus and the Iroquois. Hence, Zulu Away is actually a pretty good name. Xizong has also declared war on Shaka now. And where he had a... oh, for fuck's sake. Friendly trade route plundered. Oh, it's one that Xizong established. It's still money off me. Fucking... oh, Shaka, you're a dickhead. I'm glad I'm embargoing you. And fucking... oh god, the World Congress is so slow. Oh, Washington's... oh, everyone's declaring war on Shaka. Well, you're a bit late to the party since I already fucking took half of what he had. Well, what he actually took. Well, one thing that he had. Ooh, Milan has declared war on William. Notice it says Milan's declared war on William, not William's declared war on Milan. You're all the way over here. What does that have to do with anything? Like, oh, did India become your ally and then they de facto... oh yeah, that's probably what happened. The Japanese army is getting a bit annoying here, but yeah, I'll let it slide and say I'm my allies and all. I can actually upgrade this to a cannon. How's my influences? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, gonna upgrade that to a cannon actually. Maybe at some point we'll have another crack at Amsterdam because, well, first of all, I think a lot of people are. It's not a lot of damage gets done to it, and a lot of people don't invest in siege equipment properly. They just sort of throw everything they have at it and then not really sure. Jesus, they've really expanded their borders just from one city, haven't they? It's a pretty good defense as well. Like, I'd be better actually taking a Lundy, especially since they're causing way more trouble. Oh, that's the exact same defense actually. Oh, but Rome's so much better with that. What have they got that's so great? Oh yeah, because I built the fucking Great Wall, didn't I? I forgot. I'm not entirely sure how the Great Wall actually works in this game, because it seems to have gone round Greatville as well. Like, this is one contiguous block, so I don't see why it hasn't gone round Firebolt as well. William has made peace with Bismarck. That's not a great thing. Would that cannon be better actually placed nearer them then? Yeah, I'll just move it down to Mad. Get another cannon in, and get a few musketmen to go along with it, and I think we could take Amsterdam. So we've done this. We've found Kazil. Of course, they're allied with Indonesia, so not really of interest to me. What's that unit? That's an Aztec Jaguar. Are those the colours of the Aztecs? Oh, so they are. I just thought that was an Indonesian troop, but no. They're inversed colours. So what have they got here? They've got Baghdad here. That's not too bad. Oh, we found Boston. Bismarck has declared war on Shaka. That's not really going to do much since he's all the way over here and he doesn't really actually commit to wars because he's an AI. Oh, this is interesting. Zulu ships coming up here. I think they're trying to find a way through to the Iroquois, but they're just not having any luck because my empire is so vast that they can't actually get around it because they don't have open borders with anyone. Apart from maybe the Netherlands, but who gives a shit about them? Oh Jesus, that's so fucking low production. That is tragic. Just had, oh, that's a relatively big hit to my happiness, but just had a look at how many luxury resources I actually have, and if I got protectionism, that would increase my happiness by 30, so really worth getting once I get there instead of adopting rationalism straight away. Okay, you guys, build a university. You've actually got fairly decent production for once because you're not being occupied like you were before. I think it's just when I inherit cities that haven't actually been developed that is a real issue. But Nottingham, England has had for ages and they haven't really developed it because it's just shit as a start. Oh, they took my academies. Oh, that's going to be a hit to my science, isn't it? Right, I've improved these farms now, so I don't feel too bad about starting my great project of creating a ring road. So I'll start by building up to Firebolt in there, but I really need more money if I'm going to commit to that project properly. So I'm just going to be building like cargo ships wherever I can, I think. Okay, I mean I could have a little bit more of a poke around Australia, but I know that Arabia's sort of taken that, even though it's a massive place. Like, it's not worth sending a city all the way down there because it's just stupid in concept, so I'll just stick with staying in Afro-Eurasia. To be honest, having cities all the way up here is a real ball ache. Having it down there would be even more of a ball ache. To be honest, I'm not sure why I would need to actually make this a ring road. I can probably just build down to Sheriff once I'm ready because that's not really that useful, and build down to Bumfish because that would be useful to have a road leading right next to the Zulus. Solomon has made peace with William. That's nice. Actually, no, it's not nice. Fuck you. Not sure what's going on with my happiness. It just seems to be gradually decreasing. And it's not because of growth. Vegemite, you've just finished your university. Build a market, yeah, because we could do with the money, I think. Just found Hong Kong. Okay. I think it's time we moved on from Australia and into Southeast Asia to see what's going on there. This cannon just probably gonna guard there for now until we're ready for Amsterdam. We might not actually bother with it. It might just be someone that just sort of sits there, and because at the start of the game they were a dick, everyone hates them forever and ever. Amen. We're out to get acoustics though. I've noticed that progress with that's been quite slow. Not sure if that's just because I've taken a hit to science for various reasons, but I would like to get into industrial era as soon as possible after this. But there's still economics, which I'd really like. Camp gold, trading post gold, that's pretty good, and a windmill. 10% production, constructing buildings, that's pretty good for economics. Metallurgy I'm not too worried about, and that just leads into more military things. Apart from the railroad, so I will get it eventually, it's just not really a pressing issue. Fertilizer, we might get next. We'll see. Someone's attacked Vilnius, I think. Maybe Korea. Might be worth keeping an eye on that as well. Just keeping an eye on everything, because there's a lot of war. And I don't think that was my fault either. I think the Zulus are largely to blame for what's happened. There's probably a case to be made that the Netherlands are not that much to blame for what's happened, but I did originally side with them because I wasn't sure what they'd actually done wrong that Spain had kicked up a fuss about, but then they were a dickhead anyway, so it was just dickheads being dickheads to one another. Let's get these academies back and running, because I think that's gonna really increase our science, which is what slowed down our progress recently. So that rebellion's actually like set us back maybe a couple of decades. Oh really, they have got quite a force there. So I just don't think they've got a lot of space for it, and because Indonesia decided to go on a few islands, that they're having to take it by boat, which makes them a lot more vulnerable, which might be why they haven't actually done that much with that massive military. Still last on approval even though, oh well, that happiness has really gone down. Not sure what's doing that. Things just seem to come and go sometimes.
They're rising.
And we now have acoustics, which means we can get a musician's guild once we're actually ready. Probably build that. And no, and I don't actually want to build that in Rome because I need that for like trade. Because again, I can't. Jesus Christ, how is that decreased so fast? Like, what the fuck is even going on? Oh, things are growing, and that's just happened so fast, I guess, that everything's fallen apart. Oh, I thought we were actually in the clear on happiness for a little while, but nope. Next research though. Do I enter the industrial era by going for fertilizer, or do I do economics? I mean, it's the quickest one, but also money. We kind of need it. Whilst architecture's nice, we don't really have the means to do. I guess we do at the means to want it. It's just so much production. Tad how might be nice for happiness, but it's really not a lot compared to just how many cities I have. Navigation, I don't really need that. That more comes in handy with archaeology, where you get all the art in museums, but you know. Oh, scientific theory actually comes off of architecture, so that might be worthwhile. But it also comes off of economics, so either way, I think economics is probably the best thing, plus production with windmills. Which means we can now, since we've got acoustics, we can now actually build an opera house in various places, as well as a musician's guild. Now, I think it's quite fitting to actually build a musician's guild in Orbiton because, well, if you didn't know, the Orbiton's actually a musician. Jesus Christ, Japan, you're really seizing on that bit. I was really hoping I could get that iron, but I don't actually need iron anymore because you kind of grow out of that in the Renaissance, I guess. Build the musician's guild here so we can have loads of musicians here. That sounds sensible. We might actually build the Sistine Chapel somewhere else, but that's just so much production. Carolland. University, please. Yes. Don't know why I think that I'm gonna get Oxford University, because something like Sheriff, that's taking 46 turns to build a courthouse. Like, it's gonna be so long before I get Oxford University. Someone else is already gonna have done it. But yeah, I can't actually get into that space, so I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm gonna go around Africa with this one, because just sending 2 caravels in the same direction is a bit pointless. Did we only have 1 academy? Yeah. Okay, I think that's actually, once this worker actually gets over here, that'll be all the repairing done. But that revolution did hurt, because barbarians just pillage everything. So I guess we should probably send a road down to Sheriff with this. You guys start working on Road Sheriff, you guys start repairing that. Now this isn't a huge deal, because it's only taken a little knock, but the Zulus are fighting at Mongolia. They have actually got walls here, which is pretty good. So it's not the worst defended city, but they've got, I think the Zulus might have the forces to take it if they really wanted to. Not sure who actually declared that war, but also Shaka's entered the Renaissance, which is not good, because that means he'll get like musketmen and stuff and start being a lot better. But I'll still be ahead. I thought you already denounced me, but okay. No one's friends with you, no one cares. My god, they still have catapults, for Christ's sake. I suppose trebuchets are actually only a step up from that, but I guess I've just been used to that. Peace treaty with Shaka has ended. Right, so war could kick off again. Oh, why have you all gone stagnant? Oh, for Christ's sake. Look, be sensible with what you're actually using. You're even on a food focus, for crying out loud, room. Oh, you're fine now. What? Okay, well, these are just pretending that they're stagnant, even though they're growing. I think it's just so used to being stagnant because I've been depressed for so long that it's just like, well, this must not be growing. What are you talking about? Even that was like saying 68 turns. No, it just still thinks that I'm actually unhappy even though I'm not. Ooh, okay. Seen the first bit here. There's a damaged archer there. Possibly meaning they might be wanting to take Batum. Korean scout down here. Not sure it's really doing much other than exploring. And Samoa. Bumfish has finally finished that courthouse. Oh, it's recovered its population quite nicely and quickly, even though that's hurt our happiness, but yeah, whatever. Colosseum might be a good idea actually, just for getting back happiness, but that's just taking so long. Do you have a university? You do. Good. Oh shit. A lot of deals have just, okay, cotton. Okay, can we re-establish those deals, because that would be a good thing, because we're hemorrhaging money right now. While I have this opportunity, I should mention that your expansion has worried several of my officials. I hope that this does not cause any problems for you. What would you like to discuss? Okay, I understand that they're concerned. We really have too much wine, but yeah. They don't actually have the gold to pay for it, so a bit fucked on that, I guess. Someone else will hopefully pay for it, because we really need the money. Really focus on money. Shit. Fucking shit. God. Bank. Why are we building massive roads everywhere if we don't have any fucking money? Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. Well, we actually need trade routes get you a fuck ton of money, especially if they're cargo ships. So that should really help if we just start producing mainly that around. Not a lot of people seem to like to settle around here. I guess because it's all islandy, then that's not really great. No, that's a shit deal, man. No one has a decent economy, so no one's willing to actually trade this properly. No, that's just a bad deal. But I think everyone else has wine, so they're not really too fussed about getting wine off me, so that's why I have 4 wine left. And everyone else doesn't really have the economy to actually handle it. So I really just need to rely on trade routes, getting everything. Because otherwise, Korea has to buy everything off me, because I think they have second best economy. I'm going to leave it there because I've been recording for some time. I'm just going to quickly get this cargo ship to try and get us out of this economic difficulty. Probably send a trade route to Sheriff at some point, but we really just need the money. We can get all the way over to America with this trade. That's what a harbour does. That's really good. Do I really want to be trading with the Indonesians? Probably not. Yeah, to Russia as well. Well, we're going to embargo them soon, so probably not a good idea. 1313. I get the most from Seoul. I thought I already had a trade route with Seoul, but that was probably fucking plundered by the fucking Zulu bastards. So we're now not hemorrhaging money, but we'd still, we would like some more. Hopefully next time, we might get into the industrial era. That would be really great. We might declare war on Netherlands. Not promising anything, because just wars generally, like, I don't need any more city. That's just a bad thing. We'll probably have a big boost in happiness because of protectionism, and we might start rationalism, not sure. These wonders should be finished, and we'll deal with the World Congress, because that seems to go really slowly. Anyway, yeah, I think that's... Oh, also Musicians Guild here, so we'll start getting musicians and all that jazz. Anyway, I've been Firebolt, and this has been Civilization 5 Part 16. Bye.